Hello there, welcome to Penarth Archery Club's YouTube channel again. My name is Jeremy. By now you're probably familiar with our videos regarding TPSS, 10-point shooting sequence, and we're now on to the seventh element of that, which we called elbows. This stage of the process is actually about raising the bow up to shooting height before we prepare to draw the bow. We call it elbows so to emphasize the importance of the positioning of the elbows in this part of the process. Having completed all the previous elements, they're ready now to raise the bow. So the first thing we ask them to do is to turn their head, not their body, just their head towards the target. The process of raising the bow is the most complex part of the action of shooting an arrow. So we would prefer for it to be a slow and deliberate action rather than just throwing the bow up ready to commence the draw. So raising the bow as a unit, we would ask that the archer ensures they don't raise their shoulders up, they don't drop their head down to have a look at the sight. The bow itself needs to be raised with the bow hand so that the draw hand is at roughly the same level as the chin, as they will of course be drawing the string back to reference on their face. At this stage is when we do the second part of setting the bow grip. This is when the archer needs to put pressure into the bow grip and ensure that the pad of the bow hand is in contact with the correct area of the grip. With the front bow arm, we need to ensure that the elbow joint is in correct alignment. What this means is that the actual joint is vertical as much as possible. We use the phrase, a heart shot, not a head shot. This is simply to reference that if bending the actual elbow, if the hand came up towards the head, that would be a head shot. If it bends and comes towards the heart, it's a heart shot. And that's what we're looking for, so that will give us the correct alignment of the front arm elbow. It also ensures that the forearm is not in the way of the string during the shot, which is when many of them actually hit their arm or hit their arm guard. The archer should be looking at the target, not at the sight. The front arm should be firm, and care is needed to ensure that the front bow shoulder is not raised out of alignment. We then turn our attention to the draw arm elbow. In raising the bow, it would be best to have the draw arm elbow roughly parallel with the arrow on the bow, as this aids the finger position on the string prior to drawing the bow. The archer is now standing with the bow raised, elbows in the correct position, looking at the target, and this is really the last opportunity to ensure that everything is in place before we actually commence with the shot. So now we'll be moving on to the eighth element of TPSS, which we call draw. Hope you found this video informative and helpful. If so, please, it would be very grateful if you could hit the like button, and if you want to be informed of future videos, then please subscribe to our channel, and I'll be back with the next video. Thank you for watching.